Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rachel-Yvonne Radio. My name is Rachel-Yvonne, and on this show, we talk about all things that help you become the most divine, feminine version of yourself. So stay tuned and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Welcome. Hope everybody's doing well and having a fabulous Monday so far. No matter where you are, no matter what you are doing. Hi, Instagram. Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. Hope everybody's doing well and having a wonderful day. And that whatever you're doing, that you're realizing that today is a brand new day, a brand new opportunity, that you get to reinvent yourself. And so today, our topic is, and this is going to be probably one of my shortest lives I've ever done. And we are going to be talking about how to reinvent yourself and become the woman of your own dreams. How to reinvent yourself, become the woman of your own dreams. And I really pray that wherever you are in your life, that you will see that you can do this at any time in your life. You can reinvent yourself at any time. And of course, it being almost to the end of the year, a lot of people are talking about this, but we can do this at any time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you might be all over this beautiful planet that we get to call home. And my name is Rachel-Yvonne, and I am committed to helping you create a life that you deserve and you desire. A life you deserve and you desire. We use a lot of biblical principles. We talk about biblical divine femininity and abundant living. Okay, so you'll never hear me talk about lack. You will never hear me talk about scarcity. You will never hear me talk about negative things. It will always be pure positivity. And how can you create the life of your own dreams? And so today we're talking about how to reinvent yourself and become the woman of your own dreams before 2024. Because oftentimes we have this idea of New Year's resolutions, plans and goals and dreams for the new season, for the new year. But I want to let you know that you can change your life whenever you decide. There's no miracle switch that happens on the 31st of December or on your birthday or any other time of the year. There's no magical thing that happens. Literally, you get to decide whenever you want that you want to reinvent yourself. You get to change your story. You are not obligated to keep reading the same chapter in your story. You can reinvent, you can recalibrate, and you can radiate at any time in your life. And before I go on, one of the ways that I can help you with that is I have the Queen Bootcamp, which is starting next week. And the details of that are in the descriptions and is in the link as well in my bio. And so if you want to join us, we're going to be doing 21 days of the Queen Bootcamp. And it's going to be your perfect way to reset if you want to reinvent. And then, of course, if you want to take that deeper, I do have my monthly membership as well that you can join. And you would love that as well if you want to go deeper than 21 days. But to start with, let's join the 21-day challenge. And it's going to be a fun time. So make sure you join that. So this is probably going to be one of my shortest videos ever because I have to leave very soon. So I want to not belabor the point. So here's the thing. Don't worry about the how. Don't worry about how you're going to reinvent yourself. Think and focus on the what and the why. What is it that I want to reinvent myself into and why? Those two will carry you through this next season and through the rest of your life. When you know why. I can't remember whose quote it is, but there's this quote that says there are two things that are most important in the world when you realize what and why you were born for. When you know the answers to those two questions, you can really fast track your reinvention. You can fast track your level up, your elevation, whatever you want to call it. You can fast track that when you're able to answer those two questions. What am I reinventing myself into, and why am I reinventing myself? So when you're able to answer those two questions, it really does help. And stop worrying about the how. So we get so bogged down in the details. I don't know about you, but when I was in my 20s, and I'm going to be 40 in January, And when I was, in my 20s and in my teens, I used to get really bogged down because I'm quite analytical. I like to think about things all the way through, and I only like to do things that are going to be successful. So if it's not going to be successful, I generally won't want to do it because I want to do something that's going to be good for me in the end. Because I'm an extrovert and I have a personality. My on the personality scale on the disc, I'm a high I, which is influencer. And so the way that I like to show up in the world is I like to make sure things are done properly. And so when I was younger, that kind of idea of my personality would make me get bogged down in the details. I would get so concerned about the how when I hadn't answered what do I want to be and why do I want to be. And of course, the other question you can ask is who do you desire to be? And when you have that idea in your mind, and here's a few questions that can help you in getting that figured out. One of those questions is, what does the dream version of me look like? What does the dream version of me look like? And another question I love to journal on is, if I could have, be, and do anything, I would now. If I could have, be, and do anything, I would now. And when you're able to finish the end of that sentence, and here's how I want you to do it. I don't want you to get bogged down in the details and try to make it perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Perfection is really something that you're probably never ever going to reach in your life, so don't worry about that. The best way to do this is to kind of sit with yourself, get some music on, and really just write whatever comes first. If I could have, be, and do anything, I would now. And then finish that sentence. And that will help you to answer this about reinventing yourself and becoming the woman of your own dreams or man of your own dreams. But of course, as you know, most of my content is geared towards women. So don't worry about the why, about the how, sorry. Focus on the what, the how, and the who. The what, the why, and the who. What are you becoming? Why are you becoming? And who are you becoming? And like I said in my last video, you can both be in progress and be who you're being at the same time. Learn to have grace for yourself. Learn to be flexible with your energy. Learn how to not be so rigid. Don't allow yourself to become hardened by your experience. And I'm going to throw in one of my favorite Bible verses from Isaiah chapter 43, verse 18. It says, "Remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" So perception is really important. What are you perceiving? What is your perception? This is why it's important to see the bigger picture of your entire life rather than be so bogged down in the details. And in your reinvention, you're going to want to take a look up from much higher to see, who am I becoming and what is it that I am growing into? Do you not perceive it? So you need to perceive who it is that you're becoming. I will make way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Okay, so there are going to be things that are going to happen in your life that are going to feel or seem impossible, but you must perceive. Remember, we talked about perception. Perception is your vision, what you're able to see, your ability to see, your vision. You need to see it before it happens. The woman that you're becoming, you need to see what she looks like, what her life looks like, what her schedule looks like. I even go so deep in my visualization that I go into schedule. And for some people, you might say you don't want to do it so deep. You don't want to go so far into the future. What about tomorrow? Or if you have time today, this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, depends on where you're watching this, spend time right now envisioning what that looks like for the rest of the day. Do what's manageable for yourself, but at the same time, stretch yourself. And okay, so here's another one that some people are probably going to be surprised that I say this, but if for the ladies out there, don't do this for a man. Don't level up or reinvent yourself or become the woman of your dreams to get the guy. I'm going to tell you that if your goals are to do it to get the guy, then you're going to become jaded, and this probably won't end up the way that you expect it to. First of all, it's idolatrous to be able to have this vision of, I'm going to do this for this, rather than actually becoming the woman of your own dreams. And secondly, your taste in men will change, and you'll probably end up with someone more suited to the most divine version of you in the end. And I said this yesterday, I think, in my other video where I was talking about this. So you've got to be careful that you're not married to a version of a man or a situation that actually doesn't align with who you're becoming. So don't do it for a man, do it for yourself. And what will happen is, here's the thing, what does the Bible say? Seek first the kingdom of God, and then all these things will be added. So when you seek first who you're becoming, when you seek first who God is calling you to be, when you seek first the most I won't say glamorous, but that's not in the Bible, but I'm going to use it anyway. Glamorous, divine, powerful, unique, authentic version of yourself, and then all those things will be added unto you. Not before, then. That's why a lot of women will say that when they start to focus on hobbies and going out more, working out, getting different things happen in their life, and then all of a sudden, when they were at somewhere, then they met their spouse or whatever. So becoming the woman of your own dreams will automatically, you won't even need to focus on the man, getting the guy. How do I get the guy? What do I do to do this? What do I do? Those things won't matter as much, because when you do your big vision at the beginning, you'll know that the most divine version of yourself, for those of you that do desire marriage, or if you're already married, you'll have a vision of what you'd like your marriage to grow into. And for those of you that are not yet married, you'll have a vision of what you would like your marriage to look like. But it will be a part of your big vision of who you're becoming and also who you are today. Okay, I hope that's making sense. Then I want you to embrace being in the moment. One of the traits of feminine energy, one of the traits of feminine energy is understanding that you learn how to be. Learn how to embrace the life that you have, all of its nooks and crannies, all of the good and the bad. And you need to feel every moment. Don't allow yourself to become so hardened by life and your experiences that you lose your ability to feel. Embrace your femininity and do things that increase your feminine energy. And it's all about being creative, being in flow, and having a strong sense of identity in who you are. You are a divine daughter and heir to the kingdom of heaven. And so therefore, your thought processes are going to be of one who is such. The way you think, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak to other people, the way you allow people to treat you. Those things will start to matter when you realize that this is just who I get to be. And while we're here, I want to remind you that the Queen's Bootcamp starts next week. And if you'd like to join, it is very, very low price. We're doing 21 days of bootcamp where I'm giving you daily, different daily prompts and daily teachings for 21 days. And this will help you to reinvent. So if you're interested, definitely check out the links and join us. It's going to be a great time. And I've also got a monthly membership as well, so you can join that too, and you'll get even more stuff in there. The next thing that you're going to need to do, and we're going to close out with this one, is you're going to need to create a strategy. So what does it look like to get from here to there? You'll need to know what that journey looks like. And if you need help with that, you can message me. I do coaching as well, so you can message me if you'd like to get some idea on how to create the dream plan of your life, on how to reinvent yourself. Then send me a message and then we'll talk about what that could look like. Discover what you love. What are the things that you love? Because ultimately, your life does need to bring you joy, because it is, the Bible says the joy of the Lord is your strength. So when you understand that joy is a really big part of this journey, why would you want to become someone who isn't full of joy, who isn't full of peace? Whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely. Think on these things. That is what you want your life to look like. You don't want your life to be someone who is just going with every single new phase, a new trend, but you are following the rhythm of your heart. What is the rhythm of your heart, and what is it that you are designed and destined to be? And here's the final thing I'm going to say is find your people. You can find your people when you start to share certain posts on your Instagram, or you start searching things in different social medias, and you will find other people who are like-minded. I have a free Facebook group, and you can find your people there. There are lots of other Facebook groups in different places, comment sections of posts. You'll find your people going out to different events, and you'll meet like-minded people along the journey. And so I hope that this has been a good introduction to how to reinvent yourself and become the woman of your own dreams before 2024. So God bless everyone. I really do have to go. But if you'd like me to do a longer version of this, let me know, and then I will do a longer version. Okay, so lastly, for those of you who are interested, we do have the boot camp, which starts next week. So make sure you're joining. So it starts this week. The boot camp starts this week, 21 days, Queen Boot Camp, super low priced. You'll see the links available for you. And make sure you join us, because we're going to have a great time in reinventing and recalibrating and in resetting our lives. Okay, so my name is Rachel-Yvonne McIntosh, and it's been so fun to be able to share this with you. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.